forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans, Talk Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of the StarCraft Brood War Remastered today. On Attitude, I love this map. It's a good one. Top right, it's going to be Shine. Bottom right, going to be Rush for your TVZ for today. Hit that like button, click it, tap it, whatever you got to do, man. And you can also hype the video, which some people forget about. I'm not big enough. I cannot be hyped. It's just a way for lower view count videos to get more attention than videos that have, you know, 1 million views within 5 minutes of being posted. Looking at some other huge content creators out there, I am not them, so the hype function is for me. So thanks for hyping it. If you do, let me know in a comment. I'll give you a heart. We got an Overlord scouting the wrong direction here. It's Terry. Brr. Yes, Terry, I know it's a scorcher right now in the summertime here in the Northern Hemisphere. It is a July cast, and therefore I am sweating as I sit in my casting chair. I don't enjoy it. I do not enjoy the heat as much, but at the same time, it's better than being freezing. Neither of them are good, but give me this heat. A little bit of sweat never hurt anyone. I mean, except for the people who died from heat stroke, but anyway. Supply depot coming up at a regular location here. Standard play for TVZ. Shine looks like I feel like he's saving up for a hatch first here at about 1:30, and he certainly is. Gonna make a couple more drones. Unless he's going for like a crazy... There it is. I was like, 2 more drones? Yes, all right. I was gonna say, unless we're saving up for some weird like 9 hatch, which isn't really a build, but hey, here we are. Ba-bam. Hatch coming down. Good stuff. A little bit late. Racks coming up. And any crazy early gas? No. Feels pretty SK Tyranny here from Rush. Rush is one of the best Terran players in the world. Shine is not necessarily one of the best Zerg players in the world, but been a while since we have it Shine on the channel. Just cast a Shiny game the other day and said, you know what? Reminds me of Shine. I know he plays Zerg. I know they're different people, but Shine and Shiny kind of put, you know, they live in the same place in my head sometimes just because their names are so gosh darn similar. Pick unique names, StarCraft players, I beg you. Drone comes down, says, this looks like as normal as apple pie in America. Or what is normal in Korea? Like a ramen dish? It's a traditional Korean dish. All right, I'm looking this up. Nothing's happening here. Typical. Also, AI is going to answer this, and I don't care. Korean dish. Shut up, Gemini. I'm not doing this for you. I'm going to scroll down. You can answer it. I'm scrolling down. I didn't even read it. Still used all of the resources to do the answer, didn't it? Which totally sucks. Oh, we're bunkering. Let's go. Oh, kimchi. I'm an idiot. Of course kimchi is going to be the most traditional kind of stereotypical Korean dish. I lived in an apartment in college with 2 Koreans and a Chinese guy one semester, and the Koreans were making kimchi all the time. Anyway, this gets shut down by drones. Well done, Shine. Once again, even without a proxy, we're seeing these bunker attempts more and more often. I think Zerg players are getting better at shutting it down. That wasn't even that hard. Didn't even have to pull all of the drones to deal with that, right? So good job there by Shine, shutting it down. And yes, kimchi. So as normal as kimchi, which has extremely distinctive smell, man. That kitchen smelled like kimchi every day for 3 months. Which, again, it's not the worst. It's not like I hated it, but, you know, it's pretty pungent. Good control there by our guy, Rush, not allowing the Lings to get in and not losing all of his Marines in the process as well. Spire timing, sub 4 minutes. Good job. Getting bunker rushed and getting your Spire up sub 4 minutes is pretty hot stuff here from Shine. I like it. I like it a lot. Academy coming in. Like I said, going to be the SK Terran. Gas timing told us everything in the first minute of this game. It's going to be a lot of Marines, going to be medics, probably going to be some fire bats here too. You got to make, you know, enough fire bats you can handle the Lings, but not so many fire bats. The mutas come in and kill everything. It's very tricky for a Terran to do. An SCV gets a good scout off. Beautiful scout off. All he wants to see, actually, it just catches wind, I think, of that 3rd hatch and says, is there a 3rd hatch? There is. Great. Get some damage done on this Sunken so that it's easier for these guys to kill when they show up. Nope. Can't make it in time. They thought about it. They tried it, and then they were like, no. So we'll meet up with our other guys. We've got some medics in production now. We're on Rax 1 and Rax 2. And Sunken's already up, man. Sunken is good against early Vulture if you don't know what your enemy is doing, which he doesn't know what his enemy is doing, or he didn't until he saw the Marines. I think he knows it's SK Terran now. But if it was Vulture and you don't have a Sunken, you kind of just die. Because your Spire isn't done yet. Your Mutas aren't done yet. And all of these drones die. The Lings die because you didn't get speed for the Lings, because why would you? You're making Mutas. It's terrible. And even Speedlings have a hard time against Vultures anyway. Finally getting an Engineering Bay. No crazy +1 attack at all here from Rush. No second gas either. He is coming up for an attack. At least a posture. Right? If you can force your Zerg opponent to make some Lings and then don't even attack. Oh, okay. I guess, wow. He just jumps in, right-clicks on the Sunken, and he gets it, but he loses 3 or 4 of the Marines. Drone's got to evacuate. That drone was trying to build something there. Queen's Nest? I don't know. Overlord down. Okay. So that's the trick of Zerg, is that sometimes you overmake units, and it hurts your economy, and sometimes you undermake units, and you lose your natural base. I'm telling you, Zerg has the highest skill ceiling in the game. An amazing Zerg is obviously very capable of beating everybody. That's what the ASL wins have been for recently, is that, the high skill ceiling for Zerg. But man, you are playing on the edge of a knife most of the time. Stimming. Oh my gosh. Is this GG? Wait, no! Not it! Don't try to kill the Mutas! Just finish the okay. Well, I can't believe he saved that. Sometimes, I swear sometimes Korean players are not microing their units in situations like that. I guess back home he's like, it's better to get a couple more extra cycles of my macro, get a couple upgrades out, get some turrets up, etc., then make sure I'm babysitting these Marines so they right-click on the hatchery and actually kill it instead of trying to fight the Mutas. I guess the Mutas are more of the guaranteed damage there. You can probably kill a Mutalisk. The odds of doing that are probably higher than the odds of killing the hatchery. God, it just reminds me of all the ads I see for all these major betting sites these days that are like, ooh, bet on anything. If you want to bet on whether or not this hatchery was going to die, you can bet on it now at our website. Get our app. It's like, oh, this is not good for society. Too much gambling. Gambling on everything seems like a really terrible idea. I'm not going to tell you the name of the companies because I don't want to give them advertising. All right. So the Mutas are here. There's a lot of lost mining time over here from Shine. It's not like he's doing great, right? But he didn't lose the hatch. Losing the hatch, I think he just would have GG'd, which is kind of why you got to go for it. As Rush, I think. Yeah, we already have 3 turrets. Okay, we have 2 turrets. We don't have turrets down on the bottom side yet. Oh, that is an oversight from Rush. Marines have to engage here. They don't want to do that, but better they die than SCVs die. They're being pulled up to the top side of the minerals. What a mistake by Rush. He's letting Shine get back into this game. If he just had 2 turrets down here, I don't think Shine gets nearly as much damage as he does in lost mining time and SCV kills and Marine kills. But still, 65 to 48 supply. Guess who's ahead? You know who it is. 4 Sunkens. Is he like... You're going for crazy ultra on the backside. 4 Sunkens is a lot, but he can't afford to build any Lings. Oh my gosh, he is getting a Queen's Nest on 2 base. This isn't a crazy Zerg pivot after almost losing your natural. There's no way. Did he see it? He sees the Queen's Nest. Okay, so he sees the Queen's Nest and says, do you have a 3rd base somewhere I gotta worry about? Or are you going Queen's Nest on 2 bases? Is this crazy ultra, or is this simply Queens? Is he just trying to get ensnares off on these Marines, which is very good? It slows the movement speed and the attack rate of the Marines. It makes them easier to kill, makes them less effective against things like these Mutalisks, for example. Which are kind of doing awesome here. We're using the 1 factory to build mech units, but we're not mech transitioning here. Although we're not really getting further upgrades for the Marines either. Is he trying to go for a mech transition? Dude, these Mutas are killing SCVs. The worker advantage is only 10 now for the Terran. Did lose a Mutalisk in the process. Probably wants to get out of here before the Marines there you go. Really stick him in. Only lost a couple Mutas there. That was some pretty good control. A little bit of luck there from Shine, too. But SCV count 38 to 31. 7 worker difference. Not what you want to see. How did he... What? The Marines checked this corner. There was a drone down here, wasn't there? He snuck a drone down there. Oh, the Marines are double checking. They're like, there's a chance that he snuck a drone down there. But 2 Marines can't actually kill this if some Lings or Mutas go back to save it. Yeah, this is sick by Shine. I cannot believe he got this up in all of that chaos. Oh my gosh. Is Shine going to win this game? No way. Like I said, these Marines can't do much to take this hatchery down before the response is here. They're going to try. And, you know, they've got a +1 and a stim. They can't stim too much because then they'll die, and he totally saved it. So another injured base to go along with this injured base, which is 169 hit points, friends. A drop could really make mincemeat of that hatch, but he can't even move out onto the map without dying. He's got to fall back again. Regroup. Get in there, guys. Radiate is on the way. He is getting a further armor upgrade for the Marines. This is tough. It is tough to tell sometimes if Terrans are going... Ooh, okay, Vulture with speed. They're going for mech or not. Hard to notice. Guess it's pretty good against these Vultures. Hey! So technically it's still a 2-basin Shine. He's getting Adrenal and Consume and Defilers and no sign of an Ultra Cavern at all from him, so he is just playing it fast and loose right now. Third base coming in south side for Rush. This attack on the top left is everything. Lurkers need to get here, and they are. A Defiler wandering over here would be nice. Consume is not going to be done anytime soon, but oh gosh. He's supply blocked. You can't just have Slover Lords roaming around the map. Shine. Yes, here is good. Here's generally okay. Inside your base, this is fine too. They can't just be out on the map dying. I understand it gives you early advance notice that the Terran is where they are on the map, but yo. Ventral Sack started. Hey, he agrees with me. He's like, I might as well have Overlord speed for these guys. Oh, it is 3 factories on the way. I was just going to say, if we don't have a double engineering bay for double upgrades, sometimes it feels like a mech transition, and it is. This gas is really big for mech transition, this third gas. If you can't have it, which is going to be tough because Mutas are going to kill this SCV, building this command center, and pause construction on the third base entirely. Amazing what 3 Mutas can do in the right place at the right time. You're going to bother irradiating them? I mean, if you can only max out your energy, yeah, might as well, sure. Ooh, great split. Holy smokes, amazing split by Shine. He's playing well today. He wasn't quite ready for the attack at his natural base, but he is making a game of it in a way that I haven't seen from a Zerg player in a very long time. We see games like that all the time, right? Their front gets busted, standard little +1 range or whatever timing attack from the Terran, the hatchery dies, Zerg player just GG's out and is dead. But he's making a game of it. He's here at 13 minutes. He's got a third base rocking. He delayed the third base of the Terran a little bit. He's got a fourth base coming in now that he has Lurkers and Dark Swarm, and the SK Terran against Lurkers and Dark Swarm really sucks. But that's what the mech is for. That's why we're building, well, going to be thinking about building a bunch of tanks. Ugh. And then all these Lurkers that are too close to each other will die from splash damage to the tanks, and then the Dark Swarm won't matter. So this is why we see Terran win against Zerg at all, because they have the splash damage. I like the fourth base attempt here by Rush left side. That's good. Carapace upgrade coming in for the Zerg, for his flyers, and for his grounds. The vehicle weapons, possibly level 1. Yeah, level 1. Dude, a drop up in this base would just crush. I know there's a Nidus there. There really aren't that many Mutalisks. I kind of feel like one drop ship would get a lot done here. There's not a Sunken back here either. He has not been able to afford a Sunken. However, he's at 50 drones to 69 SCVs. Arena was it like a 6 worker difference where the Terran was up? He's up 20 now. Good job by him. Good macro. Bottom left. Coming in here too. Map control belongs to the Terran. I just am not sure. He's going for a drop. But you're going to get it scouted because look how much red there is on the map. I think this is Rush saying, you know what? You can have 4 bases. I'm going to get 5 bases and go mech, and you're going to die. Pretty sure that's the message he's sending right now. He's not even trying to get in here. He's not trying to drop. He's not trying to push this. He's not sieging up tanks. He's just like, you know, I kind of feel fine about where I am in this game. Shine says we're at the portion of the game where I send lings out to kill themselves on spider mines. That's the best thing I can do against those spider mines. There really isn't a greater answer unless I'm going Hydras. And Hydra meta is a big thing in StarCraft and TVZ, but not so much here. Oh, Scourge got a science vessel. What? It's a little bit sloppy from Rush. Can't lose that science vessel, man. I know you're trying to do 18,000 things at the same time. I get it. I don't know what that Muta was trying to do exactly. Maybe kill the engineering bay, but no. Tanks. Sieging up. Sieging up in range of that hatchery. Oh. Hatchery, check. 281 hit points. Something like 3 hits. 2 hits from a siege tanker can kill that sucker. Maybe 4. Doesn't really matter. Woo, woo, woo. All right. All right, Mr. Simpson. I've been watching a lot of Simpsons. Thank you, Apu. Old Simpsons, when Apu wasn't dead. Nice crackling defense of this position. Nice Dark Swarm play. Vulture's going to clear him out. Tanks get up there. Drop inside the main. The Lurker Dark Swarm on top of the factories of Rush. And a crackling in here, too. Going to take down those turrets. Lickety-split. Siege tanks, no support over here. Trying to send enough lings to get rid of those guys at the same time is hard. Factory getting hit. Another turret going down. A Lurker's not good against buildings, but hey, if you come out of a factory and you're getting Lurker spined, it's a bad way to start your life as a Terran unit. Yeah, these tanks died. Dude, Shine. Shine is doing some good stuff here, folks. Can he win it? From almost losing his natural to a position at 17 minutes where maybe he can pull this thing off. I'm looking at it. It's looking pretty good. Finally, the Dark Swarm wears off. Finally, the Lurkers get wiped out. Lurker's got 2 kills. It's not like he's crushing it. Ling has 1 kill. This guy's got 1 kill, too. And it gets cleaned up. Just waiting for the Dark Swarm to wear off, and then the Zerg stuff just miraculously evaporates. Another drop coming down from Shine. Dude, you know how to worm your way into Falcon's heart, don't you, Shine? Do some drops, man. Also a counterattack on the left side of Crackling. There's enough stuff here to shut that down, though. Rush is not leaving that part undefended, as a lesser Terran player would. Ooh, no! Defiler gets killed. Oh, there's a secondary Defiler. Okay. Well, that's why having a secondary Defiler is considered important when you're doing a drop on a Terran base. It's not a lot. Again, this isn't like a Doom drop. It's not his entire army. Just bringing a couple Lurkers and a couple Defilers and a couple Lings. And just messing with the factories and bringing them into HP where they're actively burning down, as one does. Oh my gosh, dropping at the 6 o'clock to the... Dude, Shine. What? He's down 50 supply, and yet I feel like he's doing pretty well. I think he might win this game with the power of drops. Terran says, I had map control. Did you have air control or just ground control? To Major Tom. This is ground control to Major Tom. Oh, we're back. More cracklings dropping. Vulture should be able to clear this thing out. No problem at all. Once again, a lot of Zerg blood spilled. Some buildings dead. Maybe not enough to make a huge difference here. Thinking about dropping down here, too. Dude, Shine is dropping like the maddest of men. But no! Vultures got into the third base. Cracklings against unmicroed Vultures actually do okay. Sniping at the same time. Dropping Lings on top of these tanks in the middle of the map is amazing. This Lurker finally dies because the Dark Swarm wore off. Vultures, no, going to town on these drones. 10 kills on that Vulture. 6 kills on that Vulture. Drone count was good. At least to evacuate them. He's too busy over here, dropping in the bottom left. Crackling's all over the mess here, too. Dude, this is an epic tagged game. I cannot believe this match. Shine might win this thing. I know he's losing drones for no reason, but he's cleared up that problem. He's still in here causing problems in the bottom left. Irradiated Defiler. Can't get much done there. All right, I don't know. I think Rush is maybe stabilized, right? 171 to 104 supplies. Zerg stuff is dying and not really taking a requisite number of Terran stuff or amount of Terran stuff with them. And like I said, just we hold on to these bases, we win. As a meching player on this map. Not a problem. He's got this base here too, just because. Nice plague. Hey, that's the first plague I've seen today. But again, these units are red, so hard to see plagued units in a red army. Oh, I don't know about making 7 ultras, unless you're going to drop them. Or unless the Lings clear out the spider mines in advance, and then the ultras don't run into spider mines. These guys are just waiting. Look at these guys. The Jets and the Sharks from 1950s West Side Story. That actually got remade like 4 or 5 years ago, didn't it? There's a remake of West Side Story. Some of you guys probably saw it, although I don't know. I'm not sure how much overlap there is on StarCraft fans and the remake of West Side Story by Steven Spielberg. No, good play. There we go. Plague on the Vultures. They're already squishy. Plague's going to be extra effective against those guys. Sunkens versus Plagued Vultures are very good. And 1 kill on that Vulture. Into a Sunken he goes, and he dies. Tanks, help us win, and they are. So, Shine trying to take 12 o'clock, hard. Trying to take this base, also difficult with tanks sitting here. Slow ultras on the way. They've got, 5 armor versus the 80 damage of the siege tanks. Yes, the 5 armor is going to make a difference here. Dark Swarm not helping against these guys who walk right up next to each other and make sure they're catching splash damage. Okay, it's a nice plague. It really is, but every ultra is dead. Science Vessel dies. That's a big deal. Defiler's in a lot of trouble. Is he inside the Dark Swarm? No, definitely not. This army is not getting a lot done. Is there another drop attempt down here? No, Overlord's just kind of faking it. Or they're from the previous attack and hanging out there anyway. Hatchery in a lot of trouble. More drones dying. This is how you beat somebody in StarCraft, man. Kill their workers. You kill their workers, it's hard for them to respond to your attack later. Or earlier, or whatever you're trying to do here. Generally, 1 ultra is not really enough to stop a position like this, but there's only 1 tank, and you're inside that minimum attack range. He's not giving them anabolic synthesis. He's not giving them ultra speed, which is even worse for them against all these tanks. Okay. When the tanks aren't even bothering to siege up against your ultras, you know you don't have enough to win. That is insult to injury type stuff there. 168 to 116 supply. Good game. But I really think it was over for Shine when there were 5 bases rocking, 6 bases rocking for the Terran, and he was meching. It's just really hard to win from that point. You gotta do drops, right? And yes, the drops were good, but you gotta drop on these tank positions out on the map as well. You can't just be dropping on bases. You gotta be dropping on these things to kill them. You can't just run ultras open. Holy Scourge. Yeah, that's a dead science vessel. Run! I mean, if 12 Scourge are going to come for you, it's just kind of your day, isn't it? 12 o'clock base exists. Shine's a little bit worried about this one. Understandably so. 178 to 117 supply. I mean, this is... Yeah, Shine's not going to be able to do this. Cost efficiency of the Terran army is just far too high. This is a nice surround. This is, part of what I like to say, too, is get a surround on the Terran forces. Don't just come at them from one direction. Shine's building down here as well, but I just don't think it matters. 74 to 54 workers against a meching Terran player. Ugh. Nice plague. Look, Shine is using every tool within the Zerg arsenal today to try to win against this meching Terran, and he is making a go of it extremely impressively. Like, holy crap. The fact that he's here at 24 minutes is not something I expected how this game was going. Another base dies. Ultralisk has 7 kills. He is a Torask. He is king of the Ultralisks without a doubt. But Rush is just steadily building, steadily sending, sniping Defilers with Vultures out in front, and then the tanks come in behind. You can't plague me now, because your Defilers are dead. Oh my gosh, target the Defiler. Target the Defiler. Target the Defiler. Oh, gosh. Another Defiler comes in. Dark Swarm protecting against these Vultures. Beautifully done. Again, Shine is playing well. His spellcasting is on point. His decision-making is really good. He just doesn't have the economy, and that's it. There's your GG. Shine taps out, and Rush is our winner in 24 minutes and 55 seconds. We're talking about a fantastic showing from Rush. He did what he had to do. His transition into mech was smooth as silk. You knew he wasn't getting upgrades to the Marines. Therefore, it was going to be factory stuff, and it was. The drops by Shine were delicious and very fun. But once he stopped dropping, kind of started losing it, right? Not that he did enough damage to actually win the game with the drops, and I think that was the bigger problem there. But yeah. Snowball of a game. Dark Swarm Plague, very good. Not enough to win against a Terran player that has just done enough through the first 24 minutes to get up here, siege another base, make sure this remains dead, make sure this remains dead, and then just not enough economy going to deal with everything down here. Look at all this. Oh, it's so much Terran. A lot of it's on fire, but hey, on fire is functional, as they always say. So great game. Tap that like button if you enjoyed that one. Terran players got to be happy about it. I mean, they probably expected it was going to be a win, but, you never know. Shine was looking good for a minute there. Shine outproduced the Terran, got outkilled by the Terran by a bigger number. That's like a 3-to-1 kill death ratio. Mech will do that to you. 13 to 8 buildings raised, and the outspend by the Terran. Okay, outspend by the meching Terran just tells us everything we have to know. GG. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.